Today I'll be reading a fan venture. This is the first time I've done something like this. Anyways, if you couldn't tell from this image, I'll be reading something called Hackbent, The Beginning of the End. Finding this game was a huge mistake. It's a Homestuck fan venture. If you don't know what Homestuck is, it's not relevant to this, to be honest, for the most part. I think this is really interesting. And just as a note, I don't own anything that you'll be seeing. This is all owned by somebody called Chasing Starlights. She has her own blog for the webcomic and herself. I'll put those in the description. But yeah, all the credit goes to her. Only thing I own is my voice, to be honest. If she doesn't like this, I just want her to know this. You can tell me to remove it and I'll do it gladly. Anyways, let's start, shall we? Begin prologue. Oh, okay, that doesn't work. Thanks. Alright, now it does. Alright. The game was meant to assess subjects' potential realistically for purposes that could affect the turnout. Not all alien population goings are to fit into the 12 title constraints. That's taken away the 4 other personal factors that are not included in the game. That is unacceptable. I will not tolerate the fool's mistake of ridding the 4 other rules. They will be included. The game will be distributed, and it shall be played. It shall be played with the modifications best set to serve us all. Meanwhile, on a planet not very far away. Oops. Morrison! Weird face. Sorry. What? Hi. Unimpressed face. Yeah, I'm just gonna say the faces. Aw, come on, Morse. Turn that frown upside down. I'm kinda tired right now. Since I kind of just woke up and, well, we should go outside and hang out. Hi. We've been over this topic about 20 times now. Ever since the accident, I can't. There's too many risks. It's dangerous for me to go outside. I'm trying to find a way to get back to normal. I know that. Sad face thing. You'd always swing by my place. I mean, you're just a walk away. It's not going anywhere for a while, that's for sure. I messed that up. Ugh. I have to go. My zoo is acting up again. Crap. Sit. No. Ugh. See you later, sight. I'll be over in a jiffy, Morse. Don't you worry. I'm pretty sure Sai is the bighorn one that you're seeing right now, and Morse is a different troll. Messy troll, head to your friend's hive. Hang on just a doodly darn minute. You haven't even introduced yourself yet. Why don't you take a step back from the door and start over? You could probably hear that. That was thunder. Oh well. Optimistic troll. Begin introduction. No, this is law text. Your name is Cyril Omicro. You always seem to have a sanguine disposition. Life was and still is not exactly the best. And though you could say most of the time things seem to kinda suck, you put all that behind you and learn to cope. However, there are some things you don't really like being reminded of. Despite your kind nature, you are disorganized and at times lazy beyond measure. You don't like the idea of being clean, which is why when you wake up in the morning you don't even bother to wipe the slime off of your clothes. You feel insecure at times, mostly because when you were young, others criticized how you presented yourself. But alas, you are adamant about changing who you are. You have a passion for various troll animated cartoons and comic books. You wish you could have a life like the many heroes you've watched. Their way of life seems much more interesting than yours will ever be. The only thing you can come close with is your troll MMORPG games. Besides superheroes and games, you're also in love with art and drawing. You paint your room different colors at times, and you never seem to organize that either. Like in the previous chat, your troll tag is achromatic terminate, and when you type, Your weird, happy-go-lucky demeanor never seems to wane. Smiley weird face. What will you do? Also, her quirk is that her W's are the symbol that's on her shirt right now. Yeah. Anyways, Cyril, quickly check game before leaving. You check your computer monitor before you go. Your character is sitting right where you left her, as you don't plan to march her into any zone of danger as of now. You have places to go and people to meet, people being your staticky, mint-blooded friend. Anyways, why don't we check on him? Cyril, the staticky friend. You are now Cyril's friend. Oh, that sounded so awful. You are now Cyril's friend, and you're trying to get a hold of yourself. Following up your powers a lot is something you do regularly, and every once in a while, you get a headache for doing so. You really don't know what to do about it. Your powers have hurt your friends in the past, and you're afraid of being a danger to everyone, which is why you barely talk about it to anyone. It's better for you to mostly keep it on yourself and let it dwell on your shoulders. You don't want these powers. You want to be normal, or at least feel normal. You never want to risk hurting her ever again. I'm sorry if I mess up my words a lot. I I talk faster than I read, I guess, and sometimes I mess up. So I might not be saying it word for word. I'm not the best at that. Next. You decide to relieve your headache by using your electricity to power your computer rather than the plugs found on your wall. It sure does come in handy sometimes in powering up your own electronics and your instruments, but that's only when it's not out of hand. And what do we have here? A new message? Oh great, it's this asshole. Let's see what he wants. You already know it can't be anything good. Mint Blood, reluctantly answer new message. Pinnacle arrival PA began trolling static amplitude essay. Just so you know, I should have probably done that the first time. I'm sorry about that. Hello, Morrison. Still uselessly attempting to repair your zappy self. Leave me alone, you jackass. I honestly don't know why I haven't blocked you yet. Now, watch that temper of yours, Tesla. Imagine what would happen if you detonated your pitiable old computer with that power of yours. You would never get to converse with your friends ever again. Well, shit. If that means not talking to you for a while, that'll be swell. I know you don't usually bother me unless you want something, so spill it, Lamprey. Well, if you must know, I have dug up this old game while excavating in the ocean. It looks rather interesting, but it requires 6 people in order for it to be played. I was wondering if maybe you would like to join. Like hell I would. Go back into the ocean where it belongs. Maybe even throw yourself back in there too. Oh yes. Ha ha. I expected that type of answer coming from you, Tesla. Let's see if your friends say any different. Perhaps the repulsive or Zor-blooded one. She likes games, doesn't she? Stay away from her. I'll make sure she blocks you too, just as soon as she gets back to her computer. She's coming over to my hive. Oh great, that was an awful end to that sentence, but whatever. Really? What is she doing at your place? Could it be something red? I thought the 2 of you were in the paled quadrant. We are, you idiot. She's just visiting like any other friend would. No need to worry. Oh, who wouldn't worry? Who in the world wouldn't be when their best friend can kill them if he gets his emotions out of control? Imagine if you were in a flush quadrant. You would end up in an electrocuted quadrant. Get it? I think I've read enough bullshit for one day. Static Amplitude essay blog to Pinnacle to Rival PA from the chat. I probably sound really uninterested in stuff. It's just because I'm tired, and I'm sorry for all the other comments I make. But hey, gotta voice my opinion sometimes, I guess. That or I just don't like to shut up. Anyways, next arrow. You decide to shut off your computer and take a break from chatting. That guy insulted you down to your last nerve, and you're trying to keep cool as much as possible. But seriously, you should have blocked him earlier. He's been a pest to you and your friends for a while now. It just should have sort of slipped your mind since your head's been in your work all the time. You remember that Sarah won't be here for a while, till you decide to kill some time by introducing yourself. That should calm you down. Probably won't. Hmm. Moody Troll, begin introduction. Your name is Morrison Tesla. I thought I misread that for a second, sorry. As stated previously, you have a power that came to you through an accident you wish never happened. Life since then has been tough, and you can barely do things you like without being bothered by your static overload headaches. Before all this happened, you used to have a strong fascination with good music. With your instruments, you used to jam along to some of songs from the awesomest bands in Alternia. That was a lot of stumbling. Or well, the best bands in your opinion. You also would sit down to read and appreciate great books and play a couple of video games in your spare time. To be honest, you used to be really laid back and goofy. Used to. Now you're mostly preoccupied with coming up with ways to fix the situation that you're currently in. Although it's tedious work, you've begun studying robotics and have been building inventions to make you go back to normal. So far, nothing has exactly worked, but there have been some explosions here and there, which honestly isn't something to feel accomplished about. Because of your failures and your powers, you've become stressed out, which only makes everything worse. You still have your friends though, and you guess that's okay. Your troll tag is static amplitude, and since the accident, you tend to be a perfectionist when it comes to your words. And when your issue starts acting up, your words get staticky, which makes it makes you very self-conscious. I'm very bad at that. Also, his sentences end with the little squiggly thing in a lightning symbol. Anyways, what will you do? Morrison, check on Lucis. The relationship between you and your custodian are that of respect. He does his own things as you do your own. He is there for you, always, even since the accident. Next arrow. You embrace Platypop and stroke his beak to let him know you're okay. He senses a bit of frustration from the prior conversation you had with the Sea Dweller and gurgles to comfort you. Couldn't have asked for a better, Lou says. Why don't we check back up on Cyril? Morrison, be Cyril. Oh no. No, 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 no. You need to hide. And fast. There's only one thing more annoying than being clean. And that's the thing that and that thing would be the thing that who makes you clean. That was a lot of stumbling again. Which would be your Lucis. You didn't expect her to come back so early from hunting. What to do? What to do? Cyril, camouflage. Of course, Chihuahua Ma, I'm saying that right, I hope, can smell you, which is why you take the decision to cover yourself in mud. The smell of the forest. Her sense of smell isn't as strong as other bark fiends, so she'll never find you this way. Hopefully. Next arrow. After a couple of minutes of waiting, she decides that the smell was a false alarm and rustles away, through the bushes back in the direction of your hive. She'll probably be very annoyed that you went out without telling her, but you really couldn't care less about that right now. You are home free. And we'll end here with this clearly happy guy. Oh, this went longer than I expected. I'm sorry. Anyways, hope you enjoy. I'll probably make another one tomorrow or sometime this week. Uh, Thanks for watching / listening. You want to read it yourself instead of waiting for me and my slow butt to do something about it. You can check out the links that I'll add in the description below.